What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing one of the older versions of the JetBlue Airways A320 airport playsets, and that is the Song Blue and the Bubbles tail design A320 airport playset. So I got this model off of eBay a couple weeks ago, and it was actually one of 5 different JetBlue A320 models, with the original one being the box's tail design with the pixelated design on the tail, and then is labeled as the Blue Yorker. This model was produced as a single plane and an airport playset, and in the early 2000s, it was the first particular JetBlue model. The other one that was made around the same period of time was the entire, I don't remember what the name of that model was, the specific nickname for it, but it was the complete tail, completely blue tail design. It came in the same box as the Blue Yorker model, except that the tail design is completely blue instead of having a specific design on it, and that is considered as the rarest JetBlue model because it was very limited and was only distributed as a single plane. Then the versions that came after those two was the Bubbles tail design, labeled as the Song Blue. This was the most common version for a while and was produced for the longest period of time until it was discontinued in 2016 and was replaced by the Blueberries tail design and the fully updated JetBlue livery. This model there were 2 different versions of this model, with the older one being the full complete stickers version, and then the newest updated one that was released a couple years ago is now the fully painted version. It was actually one of the first Realtoy models to be updated to be fully painted. So that model can be purchased pretty much on any website that sells the Daron models as a single plane or an airport playset. So with that being said, this model here that I'll be reviewing is the Bubbles tail design and the Song Blue. I did include this model in one of my previous videos where I reviewed the airport playset for the Blueberries livery A320, but that model that I had, and I only got the model. It came with a whole bunch of other planes that I had gotten, and it was not in the best condition. Part of the tail the sticker was rubbed off, and part of the windows were missing, so it wasn't in good condition. And I ended up finding this playset for a really good price off of eBay, so I decided to get it, and I'm gonna do a full separate review for it, just since it is the complete playset. And I'm not going to review the other models, the other JetBlue models, because I have already done them before, but I will review the the rarest version of the JetBlue model with the completely blue tail art design in a separate video whenever I do get that model. So with that being said, that's pretty much all for the information of this playset. So with that being said, I will start off with a review of the box. So up at the top, there is the JetBlue logo with the die-cast metal and plastic parts kind of displayed in the yellowish-orange ribbon right there. And then at the other top portion of the face of the box is the JetBlue logo again with the airport playset. And then down at the bottom left corner is the Daron logo. And then in the bottom right corner is the die-cast metal and plastic parts, and the really nice big and bold lettering with the yellowish orange kind of design right there. So, and then on the sides, it is all just completely blue with the JetBlue logo on each of the sides. And the whole box is also in the really nice light blue coloring with the diamond pattern that is displayed throughout the entire box. And then on the back, there is the boxer image that covers the entire back portion of the box with the airport playset, die-cast metal, authentic details, and plastic parts, with the JetBlue A320 nicely displayed right there, with the Song Blue nickname on the front, and the JetBlue logo in the very small and their older livery with this smaller lettering, registration number, the specific aircraft, and then you can see the Bubbles livery design on the tail. And then with all of the vehicles nicely displayed throughout the playset. And then the bottom, there is the Daron logo, and then all of the usual trademark stuff. And there also, they did include the manufacturing date, which is September 17th of 2013. So overall, really nice playset, and it was definitely, this is the most common version, I believe. There might have been another one that had more vehicles in it and did not have this specific label right here, but this was the version that was produced right before it was discontinued, and was one of the most common versions of the playset. This model was more common to be found as an airport playset than a single plane, so technically the single plane version is a little bit more rare. So, but that is pretty much for all of the review of the box. So like usual, I will pause the video real quick and take out the plane and the vehicles. So here is the JetBlue Song Blue A320 with the vehicles displayed behind it. Like usual, I didn't take out the signs because they are pretty much the same exact ones that come in pretty much all the other playsets, all of the other newer playsets. So starting off with a review of the plane. So up at the front, you have the A320 cockpit windows with the Song Blue nickname right there, pretty much below where the cockpit windows start. And then throughout the whole plane, you have the really nice JetBlue bright blue. I think this is what will be a royal blue coloring throughout the entire part of the undercarriage. Then you have the first main cabin door with the JetBlue logo displayed there with the light gray and the dark, the royal blue coloring for the blue portion. And I'm not sure why the logo is actually really small when they originally had their JetBlue originally had this livery, because I do think it looks a lot better having the larger JetBlue logo there, especially since from farther away you can actually see the logo and tell what the plane is. But I still like this livery. It is a lot more simple, and the tail designs are different than what they do have now. I don't think they have any of the same tail designs that were on the original planes that they have currently, but they do offer a lot more tail art designs on their planes now than they actually did originally. So then you have the entire lighter gray portion of the cabin windows, with the lighter gray is what they use for this particular model. Usually lots of the Realtoy models vary in the coloring of the cabin windows, like as compared to the newer one, has more of a darker gray, and the older models have more of this lighter grayish tone. And then you have the www.jetblue.com sticker displayed on both of the engines on the side right there. And then towards the rear of the plane, you have the registration number, which is N558JB, with the Airbus A320 logo right beneath that. And then you have the really nicely designed Bubbles livery on the tail with the little JetBlue, the small JetBlue logo right there. I think the logo on the tail is pretty much exactly the same as it is on the newer livery design, pretty much the exact same size. So definitely, since this is my first older JetBlue model that is in actually pretty nice condition. The original model I had gotten to this had part of the tail completely rubbed off, so it is nice to see the tail in the full nice design. It definitely is a really nice model, and I'm glad that that Realtoy had made this model instead of some of the other tail livery designs, because I know some of the original JetBlue tail liveries weren't as nice. Lots of them now do look really nice on the planes and stuff, especially now that JetBlue has a lot more special liveries that they're making, especially on their A321 Neos. So my favorite vehicle out of there's only two on the JetBlue playset, but one of my overall most favorite vehicles that they included in compared to all of the JetBlue playsets that they've made over time is this specific pushback tug, because it's in the nice royal blue coloring, but each of the side is in the full display of the diamond pattern, which is displayed on the front of the box. And then you have the JetBlue logo displayed on the sides and the top, towards the back of and even on the front in the really small lettering right there. Overall, this is a very nicely detailed model vehicle design, and probably one of the most detailed Realtoy vehicles, because usually they don't end up putting a lot of detail into these, since it is just one of the vehicles to it. So this is definitely one of my most favorite vehicles that Realtoy has made and included in one of the playsets. And then the second vehicle is the catering truck with the JetBlue logo displayed there on the door, on the front, the other door, and then the sticker on the side is the www.jetblue.com. Something that they don't usually include is I think this is the specific item number, or the number for the vehicle. That would be, I think this is CT40007 or something like that. So I think it's pretty cool. They don't usually include those on the stickers on the vehicles. So that pretty much is all for the review of the playset. Overall, it's a very simple playset, but the vehicles are really nicely designed, as well as I do like the Bubbles livery on the tail. So this is not a very rare model, but definitely can be hard to find probably in the future, as since it was discontinued in 2016. But overall, this is not a very rare model and is relatively common to find on eBay. So thank you all for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.